Issue number three is for me is that Elon Musk needs to relax. The federal government went to court and made statements that Elon Musk is not on the chain of command of federal government. He's a senior advisor to the president. So if that's the case, because liberals were alleging that he's retrenching people, and then you counter-argued and said, no, he's not retrenching people, he's just a counselor to the president, a senior advisor to the president. Therefore, Elon Musk can't then be issuing statements on Twitter saying that do A, B, C, if you don't do it, you're gonna lose your job. Because those two things are not compatible with you saying that he's not on the chain of command. If people need to do A, B, and C, and else they're going to be retrenched or fired, then Elon Musk needs to speak to his boss about that, and then his boss needs to pass down that information to the people whom these employees report to, which is the Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Transportation, HUD, or whatever, these directors of these agencies. They need to be getting communication from the White House, which normally will come from the chief of staff of the president, because the president can't be giving orders to all these people, like he doesn't have time. But he can give instructions he normally gives instructions to the chief of staff, who gives the instructions to the people who are heading all these agencies. Elon Musk should not in any way be involved about giving instructions about who's gonna get fired, when are they gonna get fired, while at the same time you are making statements that Elon Musk is not on the chain of command. It is just improper. It is nasty. It is untidy, and it's just not right. Also, people need to get to a point where, once all of these changes, they need to know how long this transition period is going to happen, because they can't be having changes happening like all the time, like for the rest of the year. There has to be a certain understanding that there's going to be some rapid changes, but this is the reasonable expected time in terms of when this turmoil is going to happen, because we're doing a turnaround. And those turnaround changes, commands and instructions need to be communicated by the people who are duly elected, people who've gone through the process of being nominated by the president and appointed by the advice and consent of the Senate, not Elon Musk. So even if all of these ideas are coming from Elon Musk, I have no problem with it, but they need to be properly communicated by the people whom these people you are retrenching or whom these changes are affecting are reporting to. That is their line managers. And it doesn't mean that people have to be getting instructions only, because I mean, if I'm a low-level staffer at a Department of Commerce, for instance, I know that when the Secretary of Commerce makes an announcement that affects all employees, I don't need to have my line manager telling me what. The bosses who we all report to has already communicated that. And in this case, it can't be Elon Musk, because you have already said that Elon Musk has no authority to fire people or lay off people or tell people how to work. That is what you said in your own court submissions. Yeah, so, but also other than that, I just feel like, can this thing be methodic? Do one or two or three agencies at a time. You can't be all over the place. Because when you're all over the place, it's easy for your detractors, who are also not motivated by good faith disagreements with you, to say, you see what they're doing, they're destroying our government. You see what they're doing, they're taking money from social security or whatever, Medicaid, Medicaid, whatever bullshit accusations that they are giving you. Be methodic. Be methodic. And right now it looks like it's just a bull in a what is it called? A bull in a china shop. Like really, for me, I support this. I support what is happening, but the method in which it's happening, it's really, even for the most staunchest supporters of Donald John Trump, which I include myself in that, even some of the most staunchest supporters of the mandate of Doge, it's becoming incredibly difficult to defend this kind of behavior, guys. Especially the kind of behavior that carelessly and callously retrenches people. It is like it's a bull in a china shop. That's basically what Elon Musk is like. And so, yeah, but I'm also speaking from a perspective of saying, listen, I'm not sure what are the legal protections that government employees have in the United States of America. So I can't speak very authoritatively there. And I also know that if I'm comparing South Africa to the United States employees tend to have fewer protections, labor law protections than South Africans. So I know that some of it is coming from me having worked in South Africa and knowing what the labor law regime looks like there, and in the rest of the free world, like Europe. You can't just retrench people like they're doing in Europe or in the UK, France, Germany, like they're doing right now. You can't even do it like that in South Africa, for instance. But the US it's different. But even with that being said, Elon Musk needs to be more humane. You guys need to be a lot more humane in terms of how you are letting go of people. Even if these are fire-breathing, lunatic leftists, they are still people who have families, and at a human being level, they don't deserve to be let go. Like, you're fired today, don't come to work tomorrow. The only way you can fire someone like that is if the company is getting bankrupt, if it's a company. And it's like, but that's not the case. So there's no legal justification for this kind of. Yeah, but like I would like to hear what everyone's thoughts are. But I mean, obviously you can see I support Elon Musk. I love this guy. I mean, I think he can be very reckless at times, and sometimes he has some very strange views. But I like him. I don't think he's a racist. I don't think he's a Nazi and all that crap. I love Donald Trump. I absolutely adore him. I support their mission and the mandate 100%. Well, not necessarily 100%, but who can you agree with 100%? I mean, you can only agree 100% of the time with someone if the person is you. Yeah, but I'd like to hear what your guys' thoughts are on this. Comment below.